Scores of ANC delegates continue to demonstrate outside the Indaba Hotel in Northern Johannesburg. They're demanding to be allowed to participate in the internal processes of the ANC. The regional conference is meant to elect new leadership, including key regional secretary positions. That position is being contested by outgoing regional secretary Mzwandile, Masina and Nkosindiphile, Dr. Xhakaza. Tumaole Mohlaoli is keeping an eye on developments, and you're standing by to give us a sense of what's happening at this hour at least. How far has the process moved, Tumi?
Well, Newzroom, the process seemingly from outside the Indaba Hotel hasn't moved at all. It's still very much a stalemate, and delegates here are saying that they are prepared to wait as long as it takes because so much is at stake. Now, let's get exactly what is at stake. I'm joined by Delegate Given Mohlaoli. Given, we seem to have the impression that there seems to be gatekeeping here at the conference to try and keep certain delegates out. What is being contested? What is at stake?
Greetings to you and the viewers at home. I'm a candidate, actually, to be the treasurer of the region. You know, we are in the process of renewal in the ANC, and it's going to be painful for us because there are lots that have gone wrong. Our people has rejected us. Our people have felt that the organization is no longer going the same way. Like some of us, we are in business. And when we sit back, we benefited out of this organization. That's why now, when we sit back and we see that our organization, beloved ANC, the one that made us who we are, loses metros, loses popularity, loses favoritism from people, it pains us. And that's why we go back to the branches and say, what is going on? We need a renewal of our ANC. So that's why you see today there are people, it means the people that are keeping our delegates outside, people that are going to vote, a leadership that must bring about renewal in this region, they are not ready about, they don't want renewal. So they must be ready for renewal and open for our people to go in and exercise their democratic right.
You know, given what's concerning and what's perhaps perplexing for me is the fact that, according to information we received, over 80% of your branches were verified in good standing, and yet at one moment that has been confirmed by the ANC, and then in the space of a few hours that was all of a sudden questioned and verification processes were then questioned. What informs that kind of thing, and what does that do to the rank and file in terms of how they feel when trying to participate in the process, as you've mentioned?
That's what surprises us, because there are some branches, not even one or two, that they went to their BGMs and then they corrected. And then the report in 2 days' time come out and say they are qualified. And then it means we are ready. 2 days later, they are disqualified. And then we're asking ourselves, what's going on? So simply it gives us a direction that somebody is playing with numbers. Somebody is checking that if these branches comes in, we are winning, or when branches comes in, we are losing. So that's why they do that. So, but we are in a process of renewal. Dark or blue, we are ready to renew the ANC. It must go back to its origin and be what it used to be before.
As a secretary, you also are a beneficiary of ANC in terms of business. People have the misconception that the business elite are trying to take hold of the ruling party to serve their own interests and to the exclusion of the rank and file. And yet you are standing out here saying that everyone must be included. Can you clarify that for us? Where does the business BEE elite of the ANC stand?
Look, that's why I say we have been developed by the ANC. We are who we are today because of the ANC. So that's why it's important for us who benefited from this, and we are not even shy to say it. The opportunities that we have today, wherever we go, is because of the ANC. Some of us sit in the boardrooms and English ourselves in there because of the ANC. And that's why we can't sit back so that our children cannot benefit as well. No, we can't. We have to renew the ANC, and ANC must be taken back to the people, where it belongs.
What does renewal mean, given in a practical sense? We see that many policies of the ANC, particularly the policy of economic transformation, for instance, the majority would agree. You sit in boardrooms, and you might be in a minority still, even in those boardrooms. That means transformation has not reached the levels as anticipated, as captured even in the Freedom Charter, both economically and also when it comes to land redistribution, wealth redistribution, economic parity. How will this process serve to inform that when you have a regional conference? How does that serve then to the national conference, and how does that serve to the policy of the ANC?
Look, ANC has got policies, and we have been working on those policies. And then why do we say we are renewing? It's like you when you have your house, and you realize that your house has got cracks somewhere, somehow. And then let me tell you that the process of renewing that house, it won't be an easy process, because you need to remove your furniture, you need to remove things that are in the house. There will be dust in the house, you will be uncomfortable, you might end up sleeping in a couch. So we are in a process of renewal of the ANC. So we see that this house has got cracks somewhere, is no longer going the direction that we want. And we're so grateful to the President Ramaphosa. He is also helping us. It's tough. It's not easy to renew. Like I say to you, it's going to be a pain, and some people won't like it. But it's a renewal process.
And certainly the local government election results have shown that a lot of people don't like where the ANC has been. Can you turn it around, as of course regional structures and of course the branches at local level are the most important test and gauge of what the mood is on the ground? Are you certain that people still have faith in the structures?
People love the ANC. They love it, as myself. And all these people that you see here, it's because they love this ANC. They're in pain. Some of them, they never slept. Some of them, they slept in their cars. They want to renew the ANC because they love it. So the local government showed us that, you know what, guys, your beloved ANC, black, green, and gold, is no longer going the direction that it's supposed to. That's why you see these people are here, because they wanted to go back to what it was before, its origin. So that's what we are here about. We are renewing, painful or not, sleeping on it. I mean, some of us will be enjoying ourselves driving our cars, sitting in our comfortable lounges and watch this conference on TV. But we are not, because we are realizing that the legacy that our forefathers have left for us, the legacy that Steve Biko died for, the legacy that lots of people, 1976, the massacre, that they have died for, Solomon Mahlangu, that he died for, is no longer going the way we see it. So that's why we're here. And if ever it takes us to sleep on this street in order to get that back to it, we will do exactly that.
And that's my follow-up question. We've seen that delegates have been out here overnight, as you've mentioned. How much longer can this continue? And what's the way forward? What are you hearing from the organizers, from those who are managing these processes? Because there's a lot of confusion about whether this conference is going to go ahead or whether it's going to be a stalemate that's just going to lead to it collapsing.
Look, one, the province must come and assist us. The NEC must come and assist us, because those disputes that we are talking about, they start at the province, they go to national. We need those structures to come. And we don't need, we're not like saying we want a favor. Let them be fair and square in the ruling of those branches. We're ready to go in there and contest the conference and renew the ANC, because that's what is important for us.
All right, Given, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for clarifying that. That was Given Mohlaoli of the ANC, just giving us an overview about what's happening regionally in terms of the debates and the vision of structures of the ANC as they prepare to go into this regional conference. A regional conference that has so far still not gone ahead. 2 days it has been set down for. We've seen so much controversy in terms of it being moved from what other members are saying is a traditional Ekurhuleni territory to what is considered to be Northern Johannesburg Sandton. Some of the delegates here, and Colin is right, have been sleeping in their vehicles. Others have been traveling from as far reaches of Ekurhuleni as can be imagined to say they want to be part of the process of renewal of the ANC, to be part of the internal processes of the ANC. Many are saying they have registered. Many are saying they are bona fide candidates and bona fide cadres of the ANC, and they have the documentation to prove it. They don't understand why they are being locked out. So this is the developing story. But from behind the scenes, officials within the ruling parties, communications officials, say they will keep us abreast about when the conference is going to go ahead and how they're going to manage this process going forward to prevent a situation whereby the conference collapses and there are legal processes and legal challenges, which would then also have a knock-on effect towards the elective conference of the national bodies and structures of the ANC later this year. So it's back to you in the studio.
No end in sight to that impasse, but according to that candidate, dark or blue, they are ready to renew the ANC. Tumaole Mohlaoli, no doubt, will touch base with you a tad bit later on.